Gotta die sometime.
What is up, everyone? Super Mega Death Podcast here. Chulix and my pod partner, Emperor here, We are here to recap World 2022 play-in survival of the regional meta. We will be going over top plays, weird picks, and as of right now, the not official World 2022 bracket held in America!
It's technically Mexico right now. Okay. It's basically America.
Well, good sir. First off, how are you?
You know what? I'm actually pretty good because I didn't have to do an intro today. So
Right. Did you like it? Did you really like it? I think it was really good.
Well, whenever you messaged me a couple hours ago and was like, "Hey, do you mind if I do the intro?" Knowing that you had a script prepared and everything, like if I would have known that then, I should have just been like, "No, I'm doing the intro."
Well, that is the point of me not telling you then.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm doing great though. We've had a fantastic weekend and a couple days for Worlds. It's, as you said, regional metas. We've had some insane picks come out. Champions that I cannot believe I saw on a world stage in an actual professional match. And as you said, we still got games going on right now. We still have we're currently on game 3 for DFM RNG. Didn't think that would be a 1-1 series. I was thinking 3-0, and then of course we'll discuss the earlier shellacking that NA just hit on to EU and Mad Lions. Enjoy your flight home. But yeah.
Yeah, no, actually, this whole weekend was just been like laughing of the whole shoutcasters bets versus NA versus EU. Like, I don't know. Like, I was actually trying to look for a bald eagle myself to put it right here in front of me.
I do. I want a bald eagle, and I want it named JoJo.
Get ready, guys.
Oh
The sale of bald eagles are just gonna skyrocket. Please don't kill any real ones, please. Just get the fake ones at the novelty stores. But yes, the sales of bald eagles are gonna skyrocket right now. Watch. I bet you, if you Worlds, once it starts, you're gonna see about 4 or 5 fans carrying a bald eagle with them, naming it JoJo.
I just want an eagle T-shirt, and then it'll just be an eagle, and on the back like a jersey, it'll just say JoJo Pyun.
Well, by the time this podcast is uploaded and everything, we would have the official bracket, official bracket, not the official non-official bracket yet. But yeah, this weekend was a pretty exciting weekend of picks. Weird picks, champs that you wouldn't think would make their appearance on the stage, and just a whole combination of what the fuck is going on.
I said that a few times myself. Kind of like,
Yeah.
I still have a hard time wrapping my head around like a lot of my eyes were open this weekend to a lot of things, and I mean a lot of things.
Yeah, I felt like half of the games were kind of like regular Summoner Rift rank games here in Bronze 2 right now. Like, half of them I was pretty confused. I was like, wait, what are we doing? Why are we all going this direction? Why are we all just like lining up to get killed? Like, are you serious? Like, one by one. Like, come on, that's a rookie mistake right there. And for a team to do that, that's playing on world stage, like,
Yeah, like you also got to think though, like with Worlds, it's kind of come with the expectation. If you're North America, if you're EU, if you're China, you're Korea, you're expected to be the 4 representatives to come out of play-ins. You're not expecting Brazil, Latin America, Japan, Oceanic region to really do anything. So, and the fact that you get to see these teams, and it's one thing I've appreciated about this World. We've seen teams like Loud completely punch above their weight class, and they're not scared of these teams. They're going after them. They're diving them in bot lane. They're diving top tower. They're taking these crazy fights that you don't expect them to take, because you'd think, okay, well, this is a Latin America team. They're playing against like Fnatic or
They're
No,
playing against these top regional teams that are just
exactly.
like well worldwide known, and you're just like, what? How is this possible? But you know what? Honestly, you gotta give props to them. They made it to the stages, and not a lot of teams out there could, just because of underplay or just team issues or stuff like that. But like honestly, you gotta give props to the people that made it to stage right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like especially with a team like Loud. I think if I had said in the last podcast, I think I had them probably either 5th or 6th.
Mm-hmm.
They went 3-2. They took out Fnatic,
Yeah.
and then of course they took out DFM and then Chiefs. So like those are two teams that you're not as surprised, but when you take out an organization, the season 1 world champion team, Fnatic, even though it
Yeah.
was a best of 1, I mean, when you're playing 5 games, you take those. You take those. Doesn't matter if you barely win or you hard smash. And with 5 games to play in the group stage, you take those.
No, for sure. Like that kind of gave them like, a highlight on their team. They should be proud that they were able to take Fnatic out, that play-ins. Like it was pretty good. Like it gave them like a nice little, like perk up their shoulders like to go into these games. Like I'm very proud of all the teams that made it, even South America.
Yep.
I feel like Latinos are underrepresented in here, so please guys, can we get some more, culture up in here? Spanish one, some spicy caliente stuff, por favor.
See.
See,
Yeah,
yes,
that's all I
tacos.
know.
Tacos, tacos?
Tacos? Oh, I know tacos. I know
Burritos?
tacos. I know burritos. I know guacamole.
Fun fact, actually burritos are not Hispanic or Mexican.
The more you know.
Yeah. Anyways, let us get into these brackets this past weekend and current right now game, which is the DFM and RNG game. They're still playing right now, but we are going to go over the past games these past weekend. So, yeah, what was your favorite game of the week?
My favorite game of the week. Okay, are we talking just weekend, or are we counting today too?
Count today too. I mean, we're already at the end.
We're counting
so by
today
the time
too.
this posts,
I'm talking games 1, 2, and 3 from EU Mad Lions, aka the Sad Lions, taking on Team JoJo and EG, inspired, absolutely clapping Elioya and sending EU back over the pond. But no, okay.
well, I'm glad that you're very excited.
Okay, that
your
was
your enthusiasm is like rating off like through my screen to my mic, and it's just like coming into me right now. And now I just want to play some League right now.
you just want to queue up Nunu and run it down mid.
Let's go.
That's why I made a 3rd account.
Oh no.
No, I think if I have to pick my favorite game from the world so far, it's actually from day 1. RNG versus DRX, because these are two teams that you look at as, why the hell are you guys in the play-ins? Like that's like a challenger Smurfing in bronze right now, but it was cool because we got to see them go head to head. We weren't really sure what to expect, and then DRX absolutely claps them, and then we go, oh my god, RNG is the MSI champions. And DRX just absolutely destroyed them, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the groups, which we'll talk about when we talk about the individual groups. But DRX, RNG, because it's this storied organization, you get Gala and you get Deft. You cannot get a more hype bottom matchup for playing.
You definitely can't. I don't know, like for me, I think the best game for me, well, I guess it's not the best because I was actually rooting for them to lose. So the first game that Evil Geniuses played, no, that was against Fnatic. Did they lose? They lost against Fnatic. And then I think the second one they lost against Loud. Was it? Or was it the third game? But yeah, it was honestly like the fail attempts of EG. Like those were my favorite games because I was just like, because we know how inconsistent EG is, and for them to just like flat out do that at the start of play-ins, and I was just like, you know what? I was kind of expecting this, not expecting this, like, but I was expecting this more towards like, DFM and Fanatics, of course, I was expecting them to lose against them, but like against Loud, I was like, oh, what are we doing? Like, are we pulling this again? Are we doing a spring split and a summer split here again? Like, come on, guys. So like, we got to do better than that. But yeah, I think the EG games were pretty great. Some of the picks were wild by JoJo, and I was just like, this is his team. Like, forget everybody else. Forget who has like made a staple on this team. Yeah, brush that out. This is JoJo's team now.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that just on October 1st, JoJo turned 18.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He turned 18 on October 1st. A year ago, before this dude was a league, he was a Fortnite pro. And then he picks up League of Legends, and
yeah, now he's playing in Worlds.
But
yeah,
I think what I'm loving the most about JoJo is this dude's banter on Twitter is so incredible. He tweeted out 2 days ago, gonna shit on EU, and then tags Niski, and then after he beats Mad today, all he puts is NA greater than EU. The fact that like this is a typical 18-year-old move, but he's just. I love the banter. It reminds me of like old Double Lift before Double Lift became cringe.
Oh, yes. Yes. That was my
The everyone else is trash.
If you ever watch this Double Lift, like I am a big fan of you. You're actually the reason why I played ADC and I started shit talking, but then that all failed in my life.
Yeah, it's also the reason why she dies while she still has flash up, but taking everything from the old Double Lift.
Yes. but just to bring up a random thing that I saw on Twitter today, and I tagged you personally on it, was the return of Rod of Ages. Like,
it's not only Rod of Ages though.
Oh, there's a lot more, but I think that one, we know why that one. Okay, that one's like, I think I sent you more memes on Twitter about it, or I retweeted them. It was like the return of these items. They've been shoved out of the shuffled, and now they're back in here. So I'm really excited to play this.
Yeah, and I'm very happy that they decided to make that a mythic. Whenever you first said about it, I'm thinking, okay, Rod of Ages is coming back. Is this going to be another like take tier into Seraphs, or like?
Yeah, I get you.
What are we gonna get here? Is this gonna be another like stack item? But the fact that it's a mythic, I think it's very, very good because it allows selfish mid laners who like to play scaling champions, to have kind of that play style for that. Now, right now, one of the biggest champions I enjoy playing right now is Azir. Azir has a very dog shit early game, so I don't really feel the most confident going for a lot of the roams because usually whoever they pick mid is much more beneficial to a early roam than I am. So this allows me to just kind of sit in lane and stack up my mythic before going out and trying to make some plays happen.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Rod of Age, like, and this is again, I still wish mythics were never put into the game because it kind of made everything so cookie cutter, but that's for another discussion. But I am glad they're bringing back a lot of these items that were removed from the game, Rod of Ages being one. As we were talking about, Shojin's Spear of Shojin, that's getting brought back into the game. I'm not sure if that was a mythic or not.
From the dead. Actually,
Rise from the dead.
Well, honestly, it was already risen. It was just risen in another game. It is in TFT. Just saying.
Double Shojin stacks. Oh, kill me.
I did that. I do that a lot.
Yeah, well, we might have to do another podcast, probably
some updates and everything like that. Yeah, there is a lot going on. I've been watching back-to-back episodes on the 12.19 updates for TFT, Summoner's Rift, just items in general. Also, the skins are pretty nice. But yeah, that'll definitely be another podcast coming up.
Yep, preseason is another big hot topic that we'll have to dive into on a future episode. So
for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes there. A couple good, a lot not so good. And right, you're slowly killing the game. Why?
I mean, it's Riot though. Should we not be surprised about this?
All right, back on topic. We're talking
Okay,
about
we're going
Worlds.
back here.
We're going on these tangents again.
I mean, maybe it's because like I really want to I want the RNG game to like end already, so I can know what the brackets are. I'm very like a perfectionist, so I want like to talk about everyone that's in here already. Like I just want to know now, like why is this game taking forever? I mean, I am not mad that they're trying to like, keep this going because EG versus Mad Lions, we kind of 3-0.
It's a 6K gold lead for RNG. I'm pretty sure they got at least this game in the bag. But that is actually one thing we can talk about, well, whenever we get to that. But, we've been talking about Group A, we've been talking about Group B. I think we can talk about the overall standings for play-ins.
Let's do that.
So we had Fnatic topping Group A. They automatically get slotted into the main stage groups. They finished 4-1. EG, Loud, and DFM finished at 3-2. Beyond Gaming 2-3, and Chiefs Esports Club 0-5. The Oceanic representative for Worlds and MSI finishes a combined 0-13. Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. But they made it on stage. That's all.
They made it on stage. Hey, it's better than I've ever made it.
Yeah, honestly, better than half of the world has made it. Okay.
Yeah, but then also Group B. You want to take Group B?
Where is Group B? Oh, okay. DRX with 5-0. They just kind of wiped the floor. They're like, yeah, in your face.
Easy.
RNG currently playing right now to get that final slot in the main bracket, but they ended up in Group B as 4-1. Mad Lions taking 3-2. Saigon Buffalo Esports. I love saying their name. Like I cannot.
Saigon Buffalo.
Saigon Buffalo. Taking the 2-3 at 4th, and then how was his name? Weren't they named something else?
What, Isurus?
Isurus. Weren't they another didn't they get changed of name recently?
Oh,
but yeah, Isurus is 1-4. I thought they had a different name though. And then we have I'm not even gonna pronounce his name, but fun fact, I did have...
You see, this is why I wanted to give you Group B, just to watch you struggle on names.
I know you hate me struggle, but fun fact, I just had coffee from here, so it's very delicious. Like I had a shot a few seconds ago. But yeah, Wildcats, they ended up in 0-5. They kind of just took the beating. So
what I want to see before the end of this World Championship, we have to have Chiefs take on Instable, so we could see who is the winner of the losers.
I would
make that the world final.
Make that a freaking
make it a best of 7.
Not even that. Make that the halftime show. Just make it the halftime show. Hey Riot, can we look me in the eye? Can we get a halftime show during Worlds? Because sometimes the games go really quick. 20 minutes because you guys decide to change everything at last minute.
3-0s.
Can you guys do a halftime show for the crowd? Get our money's worth, make us stay there a little longer, make us buy some more merch, just have them stay there, That's all I'm saying, just putting in my 2 cents. If I was the coordinator for Worlds, I would put a halftime show where it's two of the worst teams that, 0-5, just put them against each other. I think we'll get a good game out of that. Better than anything else. Just saying, right?
I mean, and we say worst teams, we mean worst teams in the tournament, not worst teams in the world, because if me, you, and three of the boys played against either of these teams, we'd FF15.
No, definitely. I mean, they're not the worst teams. They made it farther than us and the boys team that we would ever make it. But yeah, I think it'll be a great show to put, and also to have them stay here for a bit, experience that, NA life, America.
The NA life. The NA life of getting kicked out before the actual main stage. Yeah, that sounds...
The NA life of all that toxicity that we bring into the League of Legends. But yeah, but that is Group B, and that's our thoughts on what should be our halftime show for, Super Bowl can have halftime, so why can't we?
It was a tangent, but it was a necessary tangent.
It was a very necessary tangent. I feel like I gave free advice to Riot right now, and I should charge them. Just saying. So, those are all the teams that was from the weekend's games. Right now, as we said, RNG and DFM are still playing, and we are waiting for them to fill up bracket. But in the playoffs, Loud versus DNF. Loud won that first game. They got all hyped about it, but then they got mollywopped.
They sure did. And that's one thing that has cemented to me, regardless of what happens in this RNG series, DFM has shown that they can hang with a lot of teams. Not to mention they took game 1 off RNG, which is insane. That means that Japan is on the rise. Are they going to beat RNG? Probably not, but they got a dub. The only other team to get a dub against RNG at Worlds is DRX.
Yeah, well, I mean, clearly they had, it had to be the other team.
So that means if DRX played DFM would absolutely wipe the floor with DRX. Totally. Hopium.
Oh Lord, let's not start that up again. We'll wait till the official bracket and the official games to come in to start, getting on that hopium, the cryum, everything.
According
bandwagons and everything.
According to lolfandom.com, they haven't updated it. It's still showing DFM 1, RNG 0. And I'm gonna screenshot that.
No way.
I'm gonna save it forever, because even though they're probably gonna lose, they still beat RNG. That's all that matters. Screenshot. Thank you.
Thank you very much, LOL fandom, for not updating your site as media as you should. We're not calling you out or anything. Oh, the game is over. Who won that?
Not RNG.
Well, let's see if it's gonna be a tie.
2-2 sent us to get. No, could you imagine?
Ooh,
if RNG DFM go to a game 5,
it'll be spicy. What are you talking about? That's what we want.
This Tryndamere pick was absolutely troll, by the way.
I feel like that was just a practice game.
Practice game, yeah. That's the thing with DFM is they have to have Evie on these weird picks. If he's on a traditional part of the team pick, no. He brought back Lilia in Hard Smash. He plays things he plays Gnar well, but I noticed a lot of top laners are either playing Gnar or Aatrox. That's pretty much.
I mean, I feel like with these random picks, honestly, it's just to catch the other team off guard half of the time, because you're like, oh, we're gonna play the meta that's currently reigning supreme, either Korea or EU, whichever one of those, because it's never an A meta. But I feel like that's what they tend to do. They're just like, oh, they're gonna follow the meta, and the next they're like, no, we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna have fun doing this, which League of Legends should be fine. But guys, we are so toxic. But yeah, I feel like that's what happened. I feel like that they kind of just caught them off guard with these weird ass picks.
Yeah, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you have to applaud them for actually attempting to do something a little off the wall, as opposed to just being like, all right, we're playing RNG, we're probably gonna get absolutely crushed. Let's just play meta. Go out and have fun.
Exactly. Yeah. We are all getting a participation ribbon here. And if we win, then we're going to get the trophy. I feel like that's how it should be, honestly.
The participation trophy. Everybody gets one. It's like you little kids in elementary school playing football, and they they get the little trophies, little plastic trophies at the end of the year. That has the words free engraving on them because they were too lazy to actually get them engraved.
Or still has the price right under it.
Fun fact about that, how I know about the free engraving is because in elementary school, for Pee Wee football, I won Homecoming King, and when they gave me my trophy, it was a little trophy, it said free engraving on it. They didn't engrave my trophy because they didn't know who won it. But it was me.
I'm so sorry. Do you want to talk about that through therapy?
I'll talk to my therapist about that. Yeah, because this isn't the time for it.
I feel like you're holding on to that a little too hard there.
It was a highlight of my elementary school life. I lose sleep over to this day. No.
Oh, and there we have it. Dan has frozen. I'm gonna screenshot this because damn it! I was so close.
It's funny because you froze too on my end.
Aw, we didn't screenshot each other?
No, but it's gonna show up in my video because I'm recording.
Oh shit.
See, this is why I record. Because I was looking fine on my end.
I was looking great on my end. I was here talking to myself. I was like, oh, let me screenshot Dan. But yeah, we could edit that out.
We're not editing that out at all. No way. We're keeping that in. You know what? I'm honestly probably going to clip it and just make it like full-size screen. And just have it on for like 20 minutes of just that.
Yeah, just have everybody just be like, did my YouTube break?
Well,
Did,
the 20-minute outro.
Frozen?
Yeah, we don't have an outro. That could be our outro screen.
Like it's.
Wait, what happened?
I got it! I gotta show you that.
Wait, did I freeze again?
You did!
What the hell? I didn't freeze on my end.
You definitely did.
Maybe it's you with that hurricane weather.
No, the hurricane's over, bruh. Oh. Look, I just sent it to you. I think that's a great screenshot.
Yeah, it's definitely profile picture worthy.
Oh yes, 100%.
All right, we're talking about the knockout stage. We're on the knockout stage right now. So we did talk about DFM taking out Loud, and then we also had Mad Lions Saigon Buffalo in what I thought was going to be a little bit more competitive than that, considering Mad Lions is not won a best of 5 the entire year of 2022.
Yes, this is true.
But you win that, and then today, October 4th, 2022, North America, for now, is not a meme.
America!
As EG 3-0s, the Mad Lions inspired the most insane series I have seen from an NA team. Inspired in 3 games, 17, 1, and 20.
Yeah.
In 3 games. I think he's pretty good, and there's a reason why he was MVP.
Yeah, I feel like I think this was like the best performance in the NA that we've had. I'm telling you, it's EG is like so unpredictable. Like they lose in the beginning of the stages, and then now they're like, you know what? I think it's time to bring out the big guns. We're just gonna, just gonna go for the kill now, guys. We're done playing. We do not want to lose. If we lose, then we're gonna become a meme.
Does it say EG when they were 0-1, and then they went 1-1?
Mm-hmm.
And then 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. Yeah, because they lost the last game because they lost to DFM, which then they had to play that whole tiebreaker scenario with Loud, and we got a long day of games, and we got even longer games afterwards, and it was pretty great. So, we're figuring out who's winning the RNG DFM series. DFM is currently down 2-1 to RNG, but our main stage is starting very soon, and I'm very excited for that. We do have, we can kind of just announce who's in what group that we know of, and then kind of give predictions for what we think. So we have Group A for the main stage. Will be North America's Cloud9, Korea's T1, China's Edward Gaming, and the fourth we don't quite know yet. It is either going to be actually no, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be
Fanatics.
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna be Fanatics.
Yeah, that's right, Fnatic. Well, unless DFM somehow manages to come back and win, it's a good chance that this is going to be Fnatic. So let's say with Fnatic in this group, is it safe to say that this is probably the most deadly group for Worlds?
Listen here, this is the executioner group, okay? This is where everyone is going out for blood. I mean, look, I was a part of the Church 9 fiasco. I don't know what I am right now, but I know in Group A, I am 100% on that T1 train. I'm the conductor of the train, so if anybody else want to hop on that train, hop on now before you become a bandwagoner, because Korea's taking in that bracket. I'm gonna tell you that.
See, there you go. She's she was a member of a church. She left the church to go start her own train business. So
I became an engineer, guy.
Dream big. Always dream big. But I agree with you on that this is a very tough group for no matter who's in it. Because if you're T1, you got EDG to deal with. You always seem to draw EDG in groups here. If you're Cloud9, it's the other teams. If you're EDG, it's T1. If you're Fnatic, it's the other teams. This could very well be the group that we see China and Korea get out of, and we see an NA-EU flop.
Yeah,
in the
this is
opening group.
definitely one. This is really the one. I feel like, 100%, like 100%, Cloud9 is the underdog of this group. Like, because they have a variety of regions they're playing in here. They have Korea, they have China, and they have EU. Like, they are literally in a death sentence if they don't get their shit together.
Yep. So you're saying T1 takes Group A?
T1 takes Group A, and Edward Gaming takes 2.
Takes 2? You know what? I'm actually on board with you on that one. But Group B, we do know who is going to be in this group. We have JD Gaming from China. They were the Chinese region winners this year. G2 Esports out of Europe. Damwon Kia from Korea. And the newly put in North American Evil Geniuses taking that final spot in Group B. I feel like, again, same with Group A. This is, again, another group with all 4 major regions in it, and if you're Evil Geniuses, you're looking at who you have to play, and you're kind of shitting bricks right now. This is a very big possibility they go 0-6 in this group.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, as I said, like, I feel like just the NA teams are just the mega underdogs of Worlds this year, so they really got to pull some hat tricks, something out of their, like, Pandora's box. Or who's coaching again for C9 again? His name is Max
Waldo.
Oh, yes, him. I told you I'm not affiliated with his church. But yeah, like, the coaches are gonna have to pull out something, because you are going against some really top teams from different regions. Like, NA, we're known for the memesters, the troll picks. We're known for that, so we really got to get our shit together. But as I said, EG is going to be the underdog, and I think it's going to be, of course, Damwon Kia number 1 and G2 number 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You and I are slightly different on this one, and I think this is going to be a theme for me for the rest of the groups in this tournament in general, but again, I see this being another group where NA and EU fall flat. They don't make the cut. I do think that Damwon is a dark horse team this year, because yes, Damwon was the 3rd seed from Korea. They're not, they're not Gen G, they're not T1. They kind of are getting all the spotlight right now. But I do think with the meta that's evolving, that Damwon can definitely be a contender in this. I do think they do. I think they 2-0 EG. They maybe split a game with G2, and they maybe split a game with JDG. I do think JDG tops the group, but I have Damwon coming in at 2nd, and then probably G2 just missing it by a game. But again, for the 2nd group in a row, I'm having Korea, China getting out of that group. But
oh, for sure. I feel like that's a second option for me, but I feel like there is going to be an EU representative, and it could possibly be. No, I don't think so. Fnatic's gonna get destroyed in that group. It could possibly be G2, because I feel like from the two groups right now we just spoke about, I think G2 has a higher chance of winning than Fnatic's with that destruction up there.
Also, G2 I think is just a better team than Fnatic in general. So if there's gonna be an EU rep, it has to be G2.
I used to be a Fnatic fan.
Not me. I've never been a Fnatic fan, but
I jumped off.
Another European team that is going to attempt to get out of the groups is a team that happens to be in Group C, which is another group that we have the fillings out for. We have Korea's DRX, who just came out of the play-ins, absolutely smurfing. Gam Esports from Vietnam, Rogue, as we mentioned, from Europe, and Top Esports coming in from China. Now, personally, you might notice a trend. I think Top Esports is taking the group, and DRX is taking 2nd seed. Big surprise. Korea, China, they're just the powerhouse regions. They're the powerhouse teams. This groups is not fair, because you are getting 4 very good Korean teams, and if RNG takes out DRX or DFM, then you'll get 4 incredibly good Chinese teams. So I don't see where Gam and Rogue make anything. And honestly, if this is the case, this is me saying that already after Group C ends, Europe's out. Europe does not have a team that makes it to quarterfinals for Worlds. It could happen. I've been wrong before. Not many times, but I've been wrong before. But yeah, I think this group is 2 Davids and 2 Goliaths. And I think it's just going to be an absolute stomp. And the only difference is going to be the seeding between DRX and Top on who beats who in the standings there. I would not be surprised if they both take a game off each other and smash everyone else and they're both 5-1. And then you have to play a tiebreaker for first seed. I would love to see 3 games between them.
Oof. That would be great. I mean, I am 100% on board with you. It's going to be China and Korea. It doesn't matter which seeding, like 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. They're just both going to be in it. But I feel like with like the bottom 2 groups, like once we get to Group D, I feel like it's just the groups. There's only like one powerhouse team on each of those teams. Like, of course, for Group C, it's DRX, like 100%. That's the powerhouse team. And then now moving into Group D, we have Gen G, CTBC, Flying Oysters, 100 Thieves, and as of right now, we are still waiting to see who is reigns supreme from the RNG DFM game right now. So once this podcast is posted, you guys will know, actually. But we are going to speculate a little bit here on who's going to make it out of that game and what is going to happen. Flying Oysters. I really want them.
Well,
come on, like Flying Oysters.
It's hard to not root for a team that has Flying Oyster as their name. But with Group D, if RNG does take out DFM, this is more than likely going to be the group. Actually, no, this can be the only group that they will go into. So RNG, it would be speculation. Gen G, Flying Oyster, 100 Thieves, RNG, if that's how the series plays out. I think this is again very similar to Group C, which has also been very similar to Group B, which has also been very similar to Group A. I'm once again picking China and Korea to represent Group D, Gen G, RNG. Who tops the group? I think Gen G still takes it. I still think that they are the best team in the world right now. I think that they are going to win Worlds. So obviously they have to top their group. Come on. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe in groups they play with a little bit of an ego and they hit the number 2 seed. RNG takes 1. RNG is the reigning MSI champions, so that has to count for something. But if that's how the chips fall with this DFM RNG series, I have Gen G taking the top of the group, RNG second, and then the other 2 somewhere.
Guess what, guys? I have Flying Oysters. No, I'm
Flying Oysters for the trophy.
Flying Oysters for spot 1 automatic. No, guys.
See, last episode we discussed if Flying Oyster won Worlds, what their skins should be. We went off on a very big tangent for that.
Yeah, barnacles and oysters. That should be the theme for them. But no. Honestly, like it'll be honestly amazing to see like a new team come out of a new region come out of the group stages. But we all know that Korea and China are the powerhouse of League of Legends, and I am 100% on board with you. But we do have 100 Thieves that made it through. So, and they've they're pretty not inconsistent, but they tend to, pull out a lot more magic tricks and get through, honestly. So I wouldn't be surprised if 100 Thieves ends up taking second seed. That's the only way I can see it. But
I could see that happening, mostly because 100 Thieves are a very aggressive team. And again, like, I mean, with what we've been seeing in play-ins, it's been kind of the same thing, You bring the fight to the Korean teams, you bring the fight to the Chinese teams. If any team in that group is going to be bringing it, it's going to be 100 Thieves. I think they can match Gen G's intensity and RNG's intensity as well. I don't know enough about Flying Oyster to really give too much. Now, they are in the Pacific Championship region, which is around the Taiwan area. They're known historically as the Korean Killers. They've taken out the Korean teams multiple times before. I'm not editing that, by the way. We're keeping that going.
All right.
This is a scuffed cast, even though I have the power to edit.
That is very unprofessional, Dan.
Hey.
Very.
Hey, it was an alarm to remind me to take the garbage out, because half the time I don't remember.
I thought. Okay, we're not gonna get into these tangents of household chores because I haven't done half of them. And yeah, so going back into this, flying oysters being the Korean killers, do we believe that might happen this time? We don't know, depending who gets
I'm
in.
saying no. I'm saying there's no way. This is going to be the year. Everyone likes to talk about gaps. Everyone talks about, you know, China and Korea are like up here, and then there's the gap, and then there's everybody else. This is going to be the year where the gap goes from this to this. It's going to be Korea and China, because you look, every team since the season 2 World Championship, that's 10 years ago, every winner for Worlds has either been from Korea or China. I don't count season 1 Fnatic because Korea wasn't even a team then, or there wasn't even a region for League. Season 2, kind of the same. Korea comes in 3. They've kicked ass. China recently becomes the powerhouse instead of playing second fiddle to Korea. And then now we've been having this toss of power between Korea and China. I think this is the year where the gap gets even more extreme. And we'll have 4 Korean teams and 4 Chinese teams in the quarterfinals. I'm putting my stamp on it.
You know what? I can agree with that, but I really would like to see like an upset.
You said G2!
I would like to see an upset. I would like to see an upset somewhere around here, guys. And
upsets.
guys, don't forget to watch all of your LoL Esports World 2022 on the LoL Esports to get all those nice rewards and loots, guys. This is just me, just PSA, you know. You want free loot? Come on, just get it. Like, right?
I got a Zero icon. I'm hyped.
Dude, really? Oh, that's awesome.
I don't like it though because it's him like pointing, and it's like, no. It's kind of like crappy made, but I mean, it was free, so I really can't complain.
You can't complain, right? Never gives anything for free. Everything you have to spend. We know a buddy that's bought so many things, so don't even worry.
Yeah.
He should not be spoken about. Yeah. But anyways, going back into the world stage. As of right now, I think the game is about to start. Game what? 2, 3, 3?
This should be game 4.
Game 4 of Worlds RNG versus DMFM. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting seeing who gets out of this one, because then that just shuffles the deck a little bit more.
Yeah, if DFM finds a way to get out of this series with the win, literally what we've been talking about for the past like 20 minutes has just meant nothing.
It has gone down the toilet.
But see, that's the fun of it, because like this is gonna be, by the time we're done recording this, the series will be decided afterwards. So it's like, regardless, this is what's coming out with us not knowing. So
definitely 100%.
So again, if you're watching this, we're currently doing this while the games are going on, so we don't know who wins. We're speculating on what we think could happen, if this happens, if that happens. We're trying to
Flying Oyster winning, you know, that's all we're doing. We're just seeing if Flying Oyster can make it out, you know, that's all.
They'll be hard enough to make it out of 4th place in their group, okay?
Hey, be proud of them. They have made it to Worlds 2022 with the name of Flying Oysters. Not a lot of people can say that.
I remember watching 100 Thieves do their reaction to the group draws, and Nadeshot was sitting there, and they brought up Flying Oysters, and he's like, I am absolutely terrified of that team. You have a team like the Flying Oyster. You better be scared of that team. Like, I think he was memeing, but like still the fact that like seeing Nadeshot's reaction to that was so funny. And plus, it's cool because he had like a really nice looking mustache. He's just kind of sitting there looking all dapper. It was awesome.
Ah, gosh, yeah. So yeah, if things don't play out the way that we think it's gonna play out, then everything just goes down the toilet, and then you don't really have to listen to us for this podcast. We're just giving you a PSA: collect your loot, right? It doesn't give free shit, and enjoy Worlds 2022. That is all.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's all that's pretty much all we're talking about today. Not other than that, nothing's been really going on. But since you already gave a PSA, I'll give you another opportunity. Do you want to add anything else? I thank you for taking the lead on things today. It's kind of like one of those, whoever does the intro gets the lead. So if you ask me to do the intro next time, I'll know, hey, she has all the points. I just got to sit here and look pretty.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. You just gotta be the face of the podcast. I'll be the voice, you just be the face. And yeah, this is Chulix and Emperor Gaming and Podcast. But everybody have a fun time climbing. I don't know if Dan wants to say anything else. Would you like to say anything else, Dan?
Yes, since I am the face and you're the voice, we have to do this for the closing. All right, so what's gonna happen? And I'm not editing this out either because this is gonna be great. I want you to say, we'll see you in the next episode, and I'm going to mouth it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it with just me in front, mouthing it, but your voice. Since you're the voice, I'm the face.
Yes.
Okay,
Clearly you are.
Wait, I forgot the script. We'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be like, hey, this is Chulix and Emperor with the Chulix and Emperor Gaming and Podcast. We'll see you in the next episode.
See, there you go. Perfect. All right, we got it. All right, so I have nothing else that I want to say. Like the video if you liked our podcast. Hit subscribe so you can stay up to date whenever we do the next episode, whenever we add some more content to the channel. So yeah, that's all I got to say. So all right, the floor is yours.
Right then, let's do this. So thank you for spending your time here with Chulix and Emperor on the Super Mega Death podcast, and we will see you on the next episode.